Hey, thanks for being here. I'm glad today we have Abby McDaniel with Spire Financial to talk with us a little bit about the lending industry. She's a certified divorce lending professional, and she's helped a lot of my clients. And what she's going to talk about today is how to stay competitive in this cash market. It's just so crazy out there, isn't it, Abby?
It is. It is insane. And it does not matter what purchase price you're at. If you are starting as a first-time home buyer at a 300,000 all the way up to 2 million, there are cash offers left and right. Bidding over asking, we definitely need to have all the tools available out there to make sure that we can put our buyers in that best position possible to win the deal. Absolutely.
So how do you do that? I mean, how can someone get ahead of it? I mean, during a divorce, people are usually not always at their best. They're not thinking as clearly as they'd like to be, but how can you come alongside them and maybe help them have a little more support during that process?
No, definitely. So, the first step is getting pre-approved, pre-qualified. Common term out there in the mortgage business. So what happens is that we've decided to take it up a level. And we have taken just that pre-qual, that pre-approval, to the next level of actually getting you through the full underwriting process. So after talking to me, getting pre-approved, taking the application, I can hand you a letter saying, congratulations, Leslie, you're pre-approved, go house shopping at this amount. But instead, what we're doing is we are also asking for all of your income documents, all your asset documents, and we're actually submitting you through the full underwriting process in advance, as if you were already under contract. So we're getting you through the full underwrite to the end all say all, who make all the determinations in the loan. And what they're doing is they're going to come back and give us a full credit approval on your loan. And once we have that, that allows us to offer a 2-week closing and be quick and competitive in this market. Most cash offers are 2-week closes. So if we can provide a closing and say, hey, our buyer has done all their due diligence up front and we can close in 2 weeks, it's going to show some assurance in the deal for that listing agent and the seller.
Wow, I mean, that would just give them so much more confidence and peace of mind then that they know that they can get the house or whatever, if something comes up that they can do it that quickly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I know
We
you said,
also,
yeah, tell me about, there was something else that you were going to tell me about. Yeah.
so we also have a program called PYT, Protect Your Transaction. And that is also a program that we offer, which essentially is saying, hey, we've already underwrote this file. We're now going to put our money where our mouth is. And we're going to offer a $15,000 assurance that we're going to close the deal. So what they can essentially do in that is, if for some reason, due to some kind of incident that happened that we missed when underwriting the file, they are not able to close, we will pay out $15,000.
Oh, you mean like, so if that deal for some reason didn't close, then they could almost get, like, if they had earnest money down that they might lose, 15,000 could go towards that, or some other, just they get that as like as just a sorry, we're sorry, whatever. But yeah, as a benefit.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we've only had to pay it out once in the last 4 years, so knock on wood. But what would happen is they can take that 15,000 and it gets assigned to the buyer. The buyer then in return, in the initial offer, can actually offer that to the seller if they want to sweeten their deal as well, saying, hey, if we don't close and it's on the fault of our lender and we have to pay out that 15,000, Mr. Seller, you now have that money. We are that confident in what we're doing that if we need to, as a backup, we'll give you an extra 15,000, but if not, the buyers also have that if for some reason we did not close.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then yeah, that would definitely be better for the sellers to know and have that confidence. It's not just for the buyer, it's really a lot for the seller too, because they have so many different offers they can pick. And if you guys have yours a little more backed up, that would be a good place to be in. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's just more surety for the sellers to know, okay, we feel confident accepting this offer by these buyers. So a huge leg up in this market right now, huge leg up.
Now, is there anything that they should be thinking about, like in the document prep? I mean, how, if they haven't, let's say, gotten their taxes for the past year, I know we just got the extension, do they need, how can they just do off of 2019? Or yeah, if they haven't done their 2020 taxes yet, or?
So every scenario is going to be a little bit different. You know, if they're filing an extension, we can, you know, use just 2018, 2019. Obviously, it's going to be different for self-employed and W-2 borrowers as well. But yeah, we can, or the other alternative is we can help them kind of structure on how to prepare for the 2020 and make sure that that allows them to, you know, qualify for what they're looking for on a purchase this year. So, you know, we can also help them in any of the financial planning aspects of that as well.
That's great. Yeah. So if they don't have it done, they can at least check in with you to see what they might need or how they could structure it. That's great.
Absolutely. We will try and do as much as we can to just, you know, prepare them for what they're looking for. You know, our goal is to educate and be a resource. So if that means, you know, a month from now, 6 months from now, or a year from now, and that can be as far as, you know, putting them in touch with the right people for credit repair or, you know, or financial planning, you know, CPAs, that kind of stuff. We're here to be a resource to help them make it happen and help homeownership dreams come true.
That's great. I know it's a tough time when you're divorcing. I mean, like you're going from the one home, now you guys have to, both get a home, and it's just a tough, the timing of it right now, and the market just being so competitive, that it's nice to have some extra tools and people like you that can come alongside them and just help them stay on top of it to the best of their ability and get through
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. And we just want to give them the best advantage that we can. We know, you know, going through a divorce is difficult as it is, you know, and buying a house is stressful, let alone buying a house in this market. And we don't want people to get too discouraged, and we want to be able to provide tools for them in order to make that happen.
That's great. So Abby, how would someone get a hold of you if they wanted to learn more?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can be reached on my website is www.whoneedsamortgage.com. And my phone number is 720-626-6045.
All right. Well, thank you so much for this information. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Leslie. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you.